Hi guys, my name is Megan and today I've got my favorite and least favorite books of 2022 for you. Alright, so 2022 has been an interesting reading year to say the least. Let's see, I hit my Goodreads reading goal back in September, and as of filming this video, I'm on track to hit 90 books for the year. If that changes, I will put a little note in here for you. Alright, so let's go ahead and dive into my favorite and my least favorite books for the year. Okay, we're gonna start off with my least favorite books and get them out of the way because there's only 2 this year that were really least favorite status. The first of which was Loudmouth. This one was really big disappointment for me. I really enjoyed the first 2 books in this series, but this one just wasn't it. I DNF'd it at 60% and it was just a no for me, full stop no. The other of my least favorite books this year was Camps. This one was really unfortunate because I really liked the setting and just wish it was about a different character. I don't know, it just felt something just wasn't right for me with this book. So this one will be moving on to a new home eventually. This one will be up on my Pango shop if you guys want to shop my Pango shop. I will leave it linked in the description. Those are my 2 least favorite books of the year. And now we're on to my favorite books of the year, and they're in no particular order, but I really enjoyed these books that I'm going to talk about. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get to the favorites. All right, so the first of my favorite books is a relatively newer read to me as filming this video, and that is Pick Me. This is such a good book. It's very cozy and warm and just a little found family and finding your place. It's just lovely, and I would highly recommend picking this up if you're at all interested in this one could be a Hallmark movie if Hallmark movies were steamy and set in an orchard. Okay, next up we have On a Sunbeam. This was one of my favorite graphic novels that I read this year. It's very space western, Studio Ghibli kind of vibe, and it's got some of amazing queer rep in it, and just the color and the art style. Oh, how could I not fall in love with this? It's just, honestly, it's such a good story. Next up is Relays. This one came out of left field a little bit for me. This is a swimming romance and it's fantastic. The whole series is fantastic. Loved it. Read it all during the summer. I have a sports recommendation video that I'll leave linked up above where I talked about this book incessantly. So it's honestly a favorite, and it's one that I hope to revisit. Okay, so next up is Heated Rivalry. This is the second book in the Game Changers series, and oh my god, I love Shane and Ilya to pieces. This whole book is just them having a whole secret relationship and them being kind of enemies or rivals really to lovers, and it's fantastic, and just the angst and the drama and so good. Highly recommend. And actually following that we have Role Model, which is book 5 in the Game Changer series. This is also another favorite. This one follows Troy and Harris, and honestly, I love this book to pieces because it has somebody that's finally standing up to their friend for being an asshole and honestly a jerk about things, and getting transferred in retaliation to a new hockey team, and just the friendship that develops between Troy and Harris at the beginning of this is really good, and then just the relationship that develops from that. Oh, so sweet and just perfect, and I would highly recommend the Game Changer series. All of the books are fantastic and just highly recommend. Okay, so the next one up is Therapy Game. So this is the first volume in the series, and honestly, I love these 2 idiots because they can't decide whether they like each other or they hate each other, but they have really good chemistry together, and they are honestly so sweet, and when they're bickering and just fantastic. Highly recommend if you're over 18 because this one is explicit and just it's really good. And just this is one that I could not shut up talking about this year, and I'll probably have a series review for this early in next year, so keep an eye out for that because honestly this is a really great manga series. Okay, so next up is On the Ice. This is another book that I could not shut up talking about this year. I loved this so much. I loved that this had very blatant demisexual rep on page. It's so good, and just the hockey aspect of this, and everything about this book, and actually this whole series, because I'm almost finished with this series, or I'm almost caught up with this series. Every single book is amazing. I would highly recommend checking it out because I will not stop talking about this until you guys pick it up. So definitely one to check out. And then the last book on my favorite books of the year has to go to The Hourglass Throne, because honestly, this one left me so speechless. Like, I could not put my thoughts for this book into words, and it's definitely going to need a reread before the Eidolon comes out, which is the spin-off book, and it's going to be a spin-off series. Definitely going to have to do a reread, and just like, I don't think I'm ready because this one honestly ripped my heart out and like stomped on it and left it in a puddle. And it was fantastic. And just, y'all need to read this book series, and I have some reasons why you should, and I will leave that video linked up above. But honestly, this is my favorite book of the year, and like, hands down, 10 out of 10 would recommend this series. It's fantastic. Alright, so those are my favorite and my least favorite books of the year. Do you guys have a favorite or a least favorite? Let me know down below. If you guys like this video, don't forget the like button. If you haven't already but would like to, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And if you'd like to follow me on social media for more bookish stuff, check out the links down below. Alrighty, bye guys!